The year was 1864, and dawn was breaking over a misty military camp. Soldiers stirred awake, rubbing sleep from their eyes as cook fires crackled to life. Near the center of camp sat General Grant. He wasn't delivering a grand speech. Instead, he was quietly studying reports while sipping coffee from a tin cup. A young soldier named Samuel had recently joined the army. He had heard stories about the famous commander and expected someone larger than life. Instead, Grant seemed ordinary. Curious, Samuel approached. "General, may I ask a question?" Grant looked up. "Certainly. How did you become such a successful leader?" Grant smiled faintly. "That's a longer story than you might think." Samuel sat nearby. "When I was young," Grant began, "I never imagined becoming famous. I preferred working with horses." Samuel laughed. "Really? Really?" Grant explained how he grew up in Ohio and later attended United States Military Academy. After leaving the Army, life became difficult. "There were years when many people thought I had failed," Grant said. Samuel looked surprised. "You?" "Yes." Grant described struggling to find steady work and worrying about supporting his family. "What kept you going?" Samuel asked. Grant thought for a moment. "I never believed a setback had to be the end of the story." Before Samuel could ask another question, an officer hurried over carrying urgent news. "General, scouts report enemy movement to the south." The officer looked worried. Grant stood and accepted the report. Around headquarters, tension quickly spread. Men spoke in hushed voices. Some feared a major attack. Samuel watched Grant carefully. The general read the report once, then a second time. Finally, he folded it. "What are your orders, sir?" asked the officer. Grant pointed to the map. "We continue with the plan." The officer blinked. "That's all. That's all." Within minutes, confidence seemed to return throughout headquarters. Samuel was amazed. Later that evening, he found Grant walking near the edge of camp. "General, can I ask something else?" "Of course." "When everyone else is nervous, how do you stay calm?" Grant looked toward the sunset. "The situation doesn't improve because I worry." Samuel considered this. "So being brave means not being afraid?" Grant shook his head. "No. Being brave means doing your duty even when you are afraid." For a while, they walked in silence. The sounds of the camp drifted through the cool evening air. Laughter, distant conversation, horses moving in their pens. Finally, Samuel spoke. "I think I understand." Grant smiled. "Most lessons take a lifetime to understand fully." Years later, after the war had ended, Samuel often remembered those words. People celebrated Grant's victories and praised his leadership. Eventually, Grant would even become Ulysses S. Grant. But Samuel remembered something different. He remembered a quiet man who had faced failure, hardship, criticism, and war, and who refused to give up. Whenever life became difficult, Samuel would think back to that evening walk. He would remember the general's simple lesson. A person does not become great because life is easy. A person becomes great by continuing forward when life is hard. And in that way, the quiet determination of General Grant continued to inspire long after the cannons had fallen silent.